Mic check. Hello. How is this going? It is live. I think you guys can hear me. I hope so. Please let me know where we're at. I think I'm live. Yes. Okay, perfect. It's working. Well, I'm here. I'm back again, and yeah, we're only getting stronger. But look, I know I'm Stefan Roos, by the way, Truflation Nation, founder of True Labs and CEO of True Labs, which is the builder behind the Truth Network. And we're trying to be the source of truth for all things financial and economic and the data sets associated with that. You've all been super supportive throughout this time. We've had to fight through, a pretty tough time. And I just want to, after my announcement last night at about 3 a.m., I wanted to let you know where we're at and give you a bit of an update. I've always stood here for transparency. Transparency is what we're about. We want to share as much as we can with the community, and really hoping we can get this going. Anyway, and really make a difference with what we're building, and that's what we're about. So, I had an amazing week last week. It was really phenomenal in Singapore. The amount of support, the amount of desire to work with Truflation, do partnerships, and really build something different. We had meetings with Daniel DiMartino Booth in person in Singapore. We had meetings with Crypto Banter and talking business plans, meeting with Sui, with Vitalik, the founder of Sui, with Vitalik, with Peter Levels, who developed the deadlift index. So stay tuned for that. But really good trip. It was just one of the most qualitative event I actually managed to experience. And yeah, it was exhausting. It was 7 days of hardcore back-to-back speaking on multiple panels, 620 side events, and some 40,000 people flying into Singapore for Token 2049, Solana Breakpoint, Stablecoin Summit, and some of the other side events, 620 side events. So it was just a phenomenal event. We had a really great meeting, lots of amazing partners that really think that Truflation is the best thing that they're working on. Either maybe they're just telling us that, but I really felt the passion there to really try and make this a difference. And that was really, just leaving Singapore was just like, I am so pumped. I am so excited to get back into this and really follow up on a lot of the opportunities that we had started before we got there and got to a point where we're closing it out and getting alignment, getting ready to rock and roll. And then I had a great meeting in London, 3 meetings in London, flew in, nonstop, red eye, get off the plane, have a shower at the airport, and boom, straight to meetings. Couple of calls at Paddington Station, and before I go into town, have great meetings, great podcast with the team at Connecting the Dots, and then went to a couple of commodity meetings before getting on a plane again and arriving at midnight back in Switzerland before kicking off the Tuesday in another day, and super excited, up early in the morning, starting calls back to back till about a late afternoon. And then all of a sudden we realized what happened, and that's when we've been working tirelessly to resolve it. And as a part of that journey, I think a lot of what you're all waiting for is to hear what actually happened and get a bit more details around that. So we've put some stuff together, and I just really want to walk you through what we've been going through. What really happened ultimately was several Truflation wallets were compromised. It was a sophisticated, targeted attack using malware to bypass all the security measures. And we're not sure how it penetrated. It either comes over a wireless network or comes in through a plug, a USB cable, or something like that. And then it tracked the tracks and the movements. So what happened after that? 5.6 million in funds were taken. some 200,000 of those sold in the marketplace using 1 inch, and they were converted using Change Now. At least the base tokens are using Change Now were converted into Ethereum. So the size is pretty big. It's quite a big number. I did, anyway. The nature of the attack is I mean, it's truly, yeah, it's not a nice feeling when you're attacked and you're trying to race against a hacker army. All I can say was this had several, sort of positive effects. And of course, I'm an entrepreneur, so I have to look at things from a positive angle. We came together as a team. Everybody in the team really stood up and came in. What can we do to help? How can we help? How can we, race against the hacks, track them down? So that was really good. And the most important thing, none of the user funds were breached, right? So none of the tokens, none of the investors, nothing was breached. And so everything for the users were not affected and were clean. So that was really good. I thought it was much worse at the beginning than it really was. It ended out to be still pretty tragic and a lot worse than nothing, but it's a lot better than what I had originally thought and anticipated. As soon as we detected movement, and we have alerts going on all of the wallets that we have, and so I kept getting alerts on my mobile phone. The team took over and worked nonstop till 3 a.m. in the morning into certain time zones, wherever they were. We had the Asia team stay up till literally, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. The European team, obviously in the favorable time zone, and we on the East Coast. On the East Coast, the team were there holding out pretty late as well. And then we handed over to the West Coast and then over to Shanghai and Asia, where they started waking up in Australia and Hong Kong. So we're a very decentralized team, so we can cover these globally, which is great. That means we have access and can get all our supports. We immediately reached out to all the exchanges and all our partners and informed them of what's going on. We worked with our partners to prevent any further loss, right? How can we minimize it? How can we stranglehold a lot of it? And the way we did that was we extracted a lot of the liquidity out of the liquidity pools, the ones that hadn't been drained. One of the wallets and one of the pools on Base had been drained. And so the liquidity, unfortunately, was one of the wallets that were hacked that was managing the liquidity on Base on Aerodrome. So unfortunately, we were a bit slow on realizing that. But we had to ensure that the smart contract was secure and that we couldn't just get minted new tokens and we'd be debased. What we're talking about when the central government constantly prints new money on top of the circulating supply, we did not want to happen, and that did not happen. So the smart contract was not breached, and all of which was locked anyway, and we can't change it. It was all audited. There was no flaw in there. And we just needed to make sure the publishing wallets could not issue more. And so that was all good. So again, another level of security. So we prevented consumer loss. We ensured the smart contract was safe and secure. And then we had to engage the hacker. We had to try and ensure that we could maintain and reclaim any of the hacks that we got and take out any remaining funds and move those into wallets that were safe and clean. We got everybody to do protective measures, immediately install and do malware scanning on all their computer. And so everybody did that. 2FA is now and was already all installed, but somehow we still are trying to get below the movement. We had to track on-chain all the different wallets. Oh, weird. Sorry, guys. I'm hearing from you that you're not getting it on the X. I just got off a call with X, by the way, today. We still got to build and we still got to keep further, because what doesn't kill us is going to make us stronger, and we're going to come back hard. I mean, I was going to go have a total knee replacement I'm not going to let any doctor tell me that I've got to get a knee replacement. I've come back stronger. I'm fitter. I'm doing walks that I never did before. And what was it? It was the consistency. It was the relentlessness, and it was the tirelessly pursuit of every day bringing something better to get better, healthier, stronger. And that's what we're going to do with Truflation. You can bet your I'm not going to say it because the English would say a specific word, but I don't think I should say that here. We're adult friendly. Anyway, sorry, I shouldn't. I'm gonna hopefully let me know. Yeah, here we go. Oh, why is it ending? It's not ending. Is it live? Are we live on tele? Yes, yes. Whoa, we're live. Okay, we're live. Perfect. So now we're on X. Sorry about that. You had to go to YouTube and watch it over there if you want to. But yeah, coming back to where we were at, right? I was telling you really what brought us together. It really brought the team together, which was a positive element. We managed to prevent further loss, any kind of loss. We ensured security and safety around the smart contracts, and we had to work and be transparent with the community. We weren't ready to do that right up front, but we reached out to all our partners that are helping with the token. And I cannot express how many of you came in and supported. And from people I did not expect to receive any kind of message. Everybody heard about it once it got out. And we worked with Zach XBT to help us, and he got it out for us first. But it was amazing support in that. And a couple of others, you know who you are. Not all of you want to be mentioned, but I really appreciate, the support and allowed us to get ahead and be really fast and be able to identify, track all the on-chain movements and identify and communicate across all the different channels. And by the way, you need 2 big screens to manage that because it's really a lot of phones and screens that you have ongoing, and chats and chat rooms in different secure channels, on different chats, groups, etc., etc. And so we had to track that and follow that. We had to reach out to the law enforcement, in essence, because in order to freeze certain accounts or drop any kind of liquidity, etc., the exchanges require law enforcement reports and documentation that we've actually taken action and this is serious, so they can allocate the appropriate resources to ensure accuracy, seriousness in the approach in tackling the situation. One thing that I just feel is it's also an opportunity for us to show you how we're trying to innovate in the business model, how we believe that you, the community, can handle the truth. And we need to be transparent with you along that process. And we've tried to do so. I think that is one of the most important things that we have been missing in this industry. And we want to fix that. And want to make sure that we can lead in this process. And we will continue to be transparent in these Truflation nations. And I don't want to talk about this all the time because over time it's going to get boring, and we got to talk to you about what we're building and why we are so much more value to overall nation. And anyway, just I digress, as you can tell, because I love what I do. I just cannot express the gratitude and the appreciation. It actually, it was really heartwarming. It was just so emotional in terms of the support we got from the best in the industry. I guarantee you, these are some of the best people in the industry that really came in to help us and work with us, right? From security specialists to analysts to community leaders to industry leaders and to hardcore developers and security experts coming in to help. And all I can say is, you guys rock, man. Fucking A, you guys really helped us, and you're the best. I'm so glad to be here. And that is what's keeping me alive, and that's giving me the energy to really go. I don't need caffeine. I don't need creatine, although I do drink a lot of caffeine, and I do take a shot of creatine in the morning just because I think those are healthy things that are going to keep us long and work for longevity. One of the guys that spoke a lot all over Singapore is this guy called Brian Johnson. I don't know, man. I just don't think he looks that healthy. He looks so pale, and he's not that long. I don't know, just a little bit. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked again, but yeah. So longevity really matters, and energy. The more we can have, and that's why I'm having that. But really, that's what I really feel. Yeah, we've been, we continue to work relentlessly, and in trying to update you all, keep the activity strong. Um, and I can see some of the questions coming in on YouTube. Awesome, really love it. Yeah, look, we're continuing to do a full system analysis, reinforcing our internal security processes, as well as going and looking at potential breaches and how we can better manage going forward, right? So there's a dedicated task force on the group. And we're not a big group, by the way, right? We're not this big 5,000 people employee company. We're all, a tight knit of group people, but we still have 2 to 3 SWAT teams in the organization that focus on specific targets. That way we get things done. There's immediate accountability in each of those projects because you're reliant on 1, 2, or 3, the other. And if you don't do it, the other person can't execute on it. So really small teams and highly effective SWAT teams, or sniper teams, as you can call it. But yeah, we've put a SWAT team enforcing our security and finding out potential issues. And we just need to get better, right? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger again. So we're really going to do that. We will publish, we'll continue to publish this. We'll continue to share this. We're working on a detailed report as well. So one of the things the SWAT team is doing is trying to record and track all the activities. And we'll be sharing more with that, with everybody, and with the broadcast. So everybody in the community can learn from this and try to minimize this ever happening again. And not only to us, but to anybody else. And I think the big thing, right, it's, hacker, if you're out there, hackers, if you're out there, look, you prove to us there is vulnerability, right? And we're happy to appreciate that and accept that. And we're willing to offer a $500,000, $500,000 in reward for this white hack. We will consider this a white hack, and we'll give you $500,000 for that. That's about 10% of what was stolen. If the funds get returned, we'll drop the charges. We won't risk any law enforcement issue, and we'll put this down to a white hack, and we will republish the report and share and not disclose anything other than the vulnerabilities in that report. And we hope that you do choose to go down this path. However, we want to time cap it and really just say by September 28th, so 2 days. So on Saturday at 8 a.m. Global time, please give us a response. We've sent you messages on chain. You can respond on chain, and we will work with you to resolve this, repay the outstanding amount, and ensure you that we will not pursue anything here. We really want to come to an amicable solution. This is something the community, I think, really wants to see come to fruition. We really want to bring about change in the crypto world, in blockchain, and we want to be transparent, and we don't want bad actors continuously trying to figure out ways to, just really be bad actors all the time, right? There are some good projects, and we believe that Truflation is that good project. Obviously, we're biased. But not only do we believe that, I really get a feel that others in the industry are feeling the same notion, right? And so hopefully you appreciate that, and you can really turn that around and get back to us. So please, by September 28th, that's 2 days. That's today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 a.m. Just respond somehow, give us some sort of confirmation. If we do not hear back from you, we will extend the bounty to all of the community out there. And there are a number of people that want to go and find out. And we've already found the wallet where all the coins are. So it's really, up to you, hackers, to decide how you want to play it, right? But we will open this up to everybody. and they can figure out how to identify the origination and the owner of the wallet, and that leads to ultimately a conviction in the courts. I am competitive. I am proud, and I will pursue this with all angles and to the fullest extent I can. And so I just do appreciate and hope you appreciate that you understand this and you know what you've done, and you've helped us learn on what we need to do to improve. It's regrettable. It doesn't at all affect Truflation's development. We're hell bent to build out here, right? I'm just so excited about how many people are excited about what we're doing. New countries Truflation's going into. All of that data is going to be available on the Truth Network. We're going to run a proof of truth so anybody can access that and build whatever they want on top of that. We're launching new indexes. So not only are we taking inflation into new markets, we're launching whole new indexes. Not only are we launching new indexes, we're building a marketplace for new indexes where you can create, you can bet, and you can trade in indexes. And we got a flat coin coming. There's so much work, and we've got such amazing partners and support from amazing people out there that we're going to do this. And that's why I'm so excited about continuing this energy, right? You in the Truflation as a community, from members, right? People participating in the community, white hat hackers out there helping us, the partners that are helping build with us, the partners that are helping us address our security issues and improve and come after issues, people that just reached out and said, how can I help? What can I do? Others that I've not talked to in crypto that have been going through so much, reached out and sent a note and saying, I can't help, but I'm with you virtually, right? And that is why we are here, and that's why we are going to grow Truflation to be the nation for all of you out there. So many of you come out to support us. I still can't believe it. It is truly heartwarming, and that's what gives me the energy and the fucking muscle, the muscle to hustle. And those of you that know me, I have a relentless amount of energy, and I love hustle. The hustle is what gives me my energy. Anyway, I'm going on a bit about me too much, so I'm not going to do that. But look, there are a lot of people out there that I owe a gratitude of appreciation to. They offered their time, amazing amount of skills, and in immediate response turnaround. Those of you that are there, thanks. And I can't express my thanks more than that. Nobody wants to get hacked. It's definitely not a fun experience, trust me. But you as the community, your participation, the ecosystem working around Truflation, that's what holds us together and really built Truflation to become stronger, right? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? And we will build back stronger than ever. We're bruised, but we recover from bruises. We recover from muscle tears, and we come back, but we are persistently coming back and stronger. So anyway, enough of that. Some of you have a lot of questions. I can see there's questions, so I'm going to go to those questions now and just address them. What's up, Truflation? Yeah, baby. Thank you. We will come back stronger. Glad you guys stopped the bleeding. Yo, thank you very much. Keda, so what's the plan? Mint a new token? That has been a plan that we've discussed. And, we've also discussed, we've identified that there's 56 million truth that has been taken. That's part of the 5.6 million, so 56 million truth. That's roughly about 5.5% of total supply. Can we handle that as a group? What do you think? Or should we go through the whole exercise of a 1-2 week full-on SWAT team to really go and build a new token and get that out there? We've got till the 28th where the user and the hackers can come back and inform us. We will work around that and figure out how we can address that. But What do you think? You tell us. What do you think? Do you think we should mint a new token, or can we handle the 56 million new tokens dumped into the market? Worst case scenario. Anyway, I don't want to really go into that too much, but yeah, we're working on the plan. We're weighing the pros and cons, and we will continue to weigh the pros and cons. Liquidity will come back. We are and have obviously been talking about when do we go back with the liquidity. We will be coming back with the liquidity soon. Thanks for that, Keta. Those are valuable questions. Alfredo Rialp, have you asked Chainlink and Coinbase for support? Maybe they have experts and can find the hacker. So I mentioned there are a number of companies and partners and participants that came in, and really a shout out to them and helped. And those are some of the leading companies in security, some of our leading partners in this. So I don't want to say who specifically and how. All I can tell you is that we had the best support you could ever imagine in crypto, and they want to see us succeed. So we're here to pursue and help them on that mission. I will. Yeah, liquidity. You can actually already buy Truth. So if you want to buy Truth, you can buy Truth right now. We've just taken out the WETH as the counterpool, so you can't sell Truth right now. So if you want to buy, please go and buy. Navy SEAL copy pasta. Thanks, Tim to Kill. Actually, there are some really cool security companies out there that we didn't know of, and now we've learned of, and we've been introduced to them. So that was really cool as well. Totally new companies and groups and communities out there. So it's really great to see. Keta, when can we get an answer on the liquidity question? Yeah, look, I've answered it to the extent that I can right now. I don't want to commit a date and a time, but yes, it will be coming back, and we will announce it before we bring it back. Actually, I'm not sure. I should talk to the marketing department. I don't want to commit to anything, but it will be in the very short term, so it's not going to be long. We don't want to keep it outstanding much longer. That's for sure. You've all been supportive, and if you want to, whatever the situation is. We know that that was the other thing in Singapore. It was amazing to see how many of our investors really believed in the project and what we're doing, and are in it for the long term and really want to help us out. So we'll be working with that as well. I've never seen, interesting, Keta, thanks. I've never seen a token come back after a new mint. I mean, that's sort of our feeling. So we're really trying to figure out a way how we can manage this without having to do a new mint. Let's take it on the chin. Yep, Keta, nice, thanks. I got a tough chin, that's for sure. I would wait before minting a new token. Yeah, Kishan, thank you as well. Yeah, same. Let's wait. Okay, so that seems to be the popular vote. So that's good to hear. Maybe we'll do a Twitter survey as well and get that out going. I think the other question that people had was really the staking page. Right? Was that taken down? Right? As I explained earlier. Right? As soon as we discovered the hack, we identified all the venues and vectors of concern, and we saw a lot of websites getting posted and Twitter groups getting posted, adulterating the name Truflation by just changing out the T with a C, or flipping the FAL, Falation, or something like that. So there was a lot of hacks already taking place where they were trying to say, give us your coin, we'll issue a new coin, right? And so we wanted to avoid that. We didn't want people staking, withdrawing tokens, and then falling for activities like that. So what we did was we just took it down and just held it down for the meanwhile. We will put that up imminently and get that going again. We know, and we wanted to protect your funds, right? We didn't want to make sure that any vector was exposed. And if those of you that know, on the claim portal is not public, right? The claim portal, you have to know the URL to go get it. Either way, we've just been working on that. The other question that people asked were how the hackers accessed the treasury funds and whether a cell phone was involved. Yeah, look, one thing we learned in this is QR codes, downloading apps, NFC devices, third-party NFC devices that transfer business cards or contact details. Yeah, just avoid those is what I would say. Yeah, yeah, and then ultimately, yeah, because they're all an entry vector. USB cables really matter as well. Power plugs matter. Wi-Fi networks matter. Just be careful when you tap into features and services along like that. Yeah, I can tell you for sure, there's no $5 million on a cell phone that any of us at Truflation are working around with. Yeah, the other question you asked is a potential, this could have been an insider event, citing Zach XBT was warning about this potential hack before, so they think the team didn't address this. We didn't address the potential of I don't quite understand the question right there, but yeah, it's definitely not an insider event. And working together with the security teams, we identified that it was an express VPN out of Japan. So somebody was in Japan or making us believe they were in Japan using an express VPN. Where they were coming from, we don't know yet, but we will, again, like I said, we will expose more in our final findings associated with this. Yeah, so yeah, there was rumor that it was up to $55 million. So at the beginning, we weren't sure how big and the extent of the hack. We saw there was a lot bigger vulnerability in terms of access to total coins that were available. And, it was not 55 million, but in the beginning, we definitely thought it could go up to 55 million. And yeah, that was the potential. And my first instinct is always to assume the worst, because then I rotor and manage the fastest. I go into demon mode and overdrive, turbo drive, and we had to go fix that. And very quickly we realized it's not the full 55 million exposure. It was only 5 million. So not only, it's still a lot, right? So we looked at certain, it's a lot, it's a big amount, and it is serious. Yeah. Hope that answers that question, right? Anyway, here, what do we have? There's some more questions coming in. Don't push out any yet until all the doors and windows are checked and secure. Totally agree with that, Keyshawn. Thank you. Well, it sounds like it's a Nigerian hacker group. I don't think it had anything to do with Singapore. I think interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting findings. I don't know how that would be possible, and how I didn't go to Nigeria. I don't know how they penetrate, but none of the team are in Nigeria. Yeah, interesting to have a look at. We will have a look at it. We will do everything we can from our findings, and we'll get back to you ASAP around this. Yeah, look, we're going to keep up with the messaging. I've talked enough right now. I'm just really excited that we came together as a team. We came together with our ecosystem partners. We had a lot of you support, an amazing amount of security partners helping us scale this and address this issue. Yeah, and I'm super excited about the things next going forward, and amazing partnerships. I mean, oh man, that's what makes me excited. And those of you that know, I get excited a lot about the opportunity and the growth. And that's where I like spending my energy. And so I got to figure out how I get back to that mode and get past this mode. And we'll be doing that pretty soon. So thank you everybody for listening. Hope you found this useful. Yeah, please subscribe. This is the main channel we'll communicate through. And yeah, hope that you found this useful. Thank you, everybody. Welcome, David from El Salvador. We love new people, new countries. Yeah, and yeah. Thank you, everybody. Take care. and have a great weekend. We'll be busy most of the weekend, but enjoy yours, and we'll talk to you on the other side. I may give a quick update on the weekend on the 28th, so stay tuned for that. See you for now.